Hey everybody, welcome to Motivational Monday. So there's a story about the great painter and sculptor Michelangelo. One day he went to a quarry looking for marble, and among all the large and the beautiful stones available, he chose an ugly, misshapen piece of marble that most people had already rejected. You know, some of the people, they watched him and they were confused. They said, "Why would you choose that particular piece of marble?" Well, Michelangelo, he simply replied this. He said, "There's an angel inside, and I want to let him out." And then he went to work, and with mallet, with hammer, with chisel, he spent long hours laboring, and there was this sweat, this effort, this persistence that he put forth. But slowly, piece by piece, he chipped away everything that did not belong. And eventually, out of that rough, overlooked stone, emerged the masterpiece we know today as the statue of David. You see, what everyone else saw as useless block of marble, Michelangelo saw as hidden potential. You see, there's people surrounding us every single day. They have more inside of them than what most people give them credit for. You know, too often we judge people based only on what we see on the outside. We look at their mistakes, their past, their appearance, maybe their personality, their circumstance, and we form an opinion about who they are. But what if we would take the time to look deeper? What if we would peel back our own perspective and discover that every person carries God-given potential within them? Sometimes all a person needs is somebody that is willing to believe that there's something greater inside of them. I love this story in 1 Samuel chapter 16, where Samuel was sent to the house of Jesse to anoint the next king of Israel. When he sees Jesse's first son, Eliab, he immediately thinks, okay, this is the guy. But God stops him and says, "Do not look at his appearance. Do not look at the height of his stature, because I've rejected him. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but God sees the heart." You see, too many times we're just like Samuel. We make decisions based only on what we see. And it's time to let God open your heart to the reality of who a person is and judge them on their heart and not their height. Open your heart to see somebody as God sees them today. You may be missing something that God wants you to see.